So Tucker Carlson did something that the legacy media is terrified to do. He sat down with the U.S. ambassador, looked him dead in the eyes, and ripped the mask off of the Washington establishment. And today, we're going to look at two explosive moments from this 2.5-hour interview. First, the deep state's absolute refusal to release the Epstein files. And second, the exact moment that Tucker goes completely off script and demands to know why politicians in D.C. care more about foreign borders than our own. Folks, I want to welcome you to the channel. For those of you that identify as blue collar and red blooded, I'm Jr. Majewski. Let's get into it. So this is a long video, folks, but I want to start with the Epstein cover-up. So you get about 40 minutes into the interview, and Tucker corners Ambassador Mike Huckabee on why the U.S. Justice Department is still hiding millions of documents related to Epstein, especially when those documents have foreign leaders being implicated. Watch this.
Like, why are millions of Epstein files still classified? Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. I haven't kept up with that. I've never met the man. I don't know him.
You haven't kept up with the Epstein disclosure?
I mean, only from a distance. I'm 6,000 miles away from D.C. these days. I'm pretty sure that there's so much going on.
The current president of Israel, current president, I know you know, President Herzog,
know him very well,
apparently was at Pedo Island. That's what it says in the disclosures. And of course, we know that the former prime minister, Ehud Barak, was living on and off at Epstein's house. So still living high-level Israeli officials are directly implicated in Epstein's life.
All right, pause it right there. Pause it right there. We know who they're protecting. It's the Washington establishment. They have absolutely no problem weaponizing the justice system to destroy any of us or their political opponents. Hell, they'll ruin my life any day of the week. But when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, when it comes to the global elite or foreign leaders or billionaires, well, they claim it's a matter of national security. I think we all know it's a two-tier justice system. They protect their own, they hide the evidence, but that wasn't even the most intense part of this interview, folks. Take a look at this.
So what percentage of Americans support a war with Iran?
I don't know. Do you know?
I do. I think it's around, I saw the numbers yesterday, I think it was like 21%.
Okay.
Is that enough to have a war with Iran?
We don't live in a world where you have a poll taken to find out whether our policy should be a particular direction. Because
I thought you just said that
that's
we
direct democracy. No, we care deeply about it. But on the other hand, do we make the decisions of foreign policy and even domestic policy based on
we
what
care
the
deeply
latest
about
poll
it in
number
what
is?
sense? If we're ignoring it, then in what sense do we, quote, care deeply about it?
Well, I think we care deeply when we see there's a threat.
No, but about Americans' opinions. So you've got 350 million Americans. Yeah. They voted in this last election on the basis, in part, of the promise no more wars. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now we're about to have a war, looks like. 80% of people are against it, in that range, let's say 70%, but nowhere near majority support for this war. And it's not direct democracy, but it is a form of democracy. It's representative democracy.
The ultimate form of democracy in our system, in a republic, because we're not a true democracy, we're a republic.
Exactly, right? It's a mediated democracy.
It'll be an opportunity for Americans to vote if they think that we've made the wrong policy decisions. I personally think the president is making the right policy decisions.
But I guess, but you just said it matters deeply what Americans think. And if the...
What happened to executing on the promises that someone campaigns on? If you campaign on no wars, then do you then feel principled when you potentially start one? I mean, I think that's what Tucker's alluding to.
The overwhelming majority are against it. In what sense does it matter? Because what I hear is it matters what they think, but it really doesn't matter what they think because...
No, you take it in, you certainly ingest that.
And then what do you do with it once you ingest it?
Then you make sure that you have... No,
you just gotta... It goes out the other end, obviously.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Tucker. But you also have information that the average American may not have. They may not know what the threat is. How many Americans know that Hezbollah is in 12 Western Hemisphere countries?
How many Americans care?
Well, I would hope they would all care. How many Americans know how many people from Iran, from terrorist cells, have come across Joe Biden's open border? How many Americans care about that?
I definitely care about that.
Okay, you care about it.
Why haven't they been rounded up?
But They're trying. But you got all these blue state mayors and governors making it very difficult.
I get it.
But thank God President Trump is trying to get it done.
Look, I'm totally all for that completely.
Okay.
I guess what I'm saying is that most Americans, I've never met an American who thinks, other than like the people who have ideological reasons to pretend they think it, that the imminent threat to America is anything having to do with Iran. Imminent threats to America include like bankruptcy from too much debt, your son ODing on fentanyl, your neighborhood completely changing because unlike Israel, Americans don't have a right to their country. It can just be completely changed by their legislature. New people can show up from foreign countries and not speak your language, and there's nothing you can do about it because you don't have a right because you're not Bibi. Can you feel the resentment? Because it's real. I'm not against Israel. I'm against the total destruction.
You hide that very well.
I'm mad at my lawmakers for not protecting my country with the care they've protected Israel.
I don't think that your country, my country, our country,
That was pretty powerful, actually. Listen to what Tucker said. I don't care about Iran at all. I care about America. My country is not thriving. We have 60 million illegal aliens. Yeah. I'm mad at my lawmakers for not protecting my country. Dude, I would stand and applaud right now. I care also about America. And it's really that simple. Like many of you, I live in just the outskirts state. I'm not in a big city. I'm in Ohio. And I talk to working class people every single day. Let me tell you something. The DC politicians don't understand. Nobody here is losing sleep over borders that are thousands of miles away. We're losing sleep over the drug cartels operating in our own neighborhoods. We're losing sleep over the fentanyl that's killing our children. Inflation that's crushing our wallets. And millions of unvetted illegal aliens draining our resources. Now, Washington has always had a blank check for foreign wars. They can find billions of dollars overnight. But when we ask them to secure the U.S. border, when we ask them to help places like East Palestine, well, they look at all of us and say, hey, our hands are tied. We're out of money. I mean, it's a slap in the face to every blue-collar American who punches the clock and pays taxes that fund their madness. They tell you that you're a bad person if you want to put your own family and your own country first. Well, I guess I'm a bad person then, and most of you probably are as well, because I think we're like Tucker. America First isn't just a political slogan. It's kind of a survival strategy at that point. So I want you to think about these two clips, because I think they tell you everything you need to know about the system that we're fighting. They protect elites on Epstein Island, and they still sell out the American working class. Period. So if you're tired of the DC spin and you want the unapologetic truth, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment below. Do you agree with Tucker? I do. Well, let me know. I'm Jeffrey Majewski, and I'll see you in the next one.